There is an election in China too. Well, to be honest, it is not really an election. It is more like a coronation. Xi Jinping is set to become China's president for a record third term. It will happen next month when the Communist Party will be meeting for its 20th Congress. And there are a lot of updates. There is a lot of noise as well. Tonight, we bring you the facts. Preparations are underway in Beijing. The Communist Party has drawn up the guest list. I'm talking about the list of delegates. Who are these delegates? They are basically members of the Communist Party. Think of them as officials who represent each and every corner of China and all the wings of the Communist Party and the Chinese government. How many of them are there? A total of 2,296 delegates. In a democracy, you would call these delegates parliamentarians. They will go to the parliament to represent their constituencies. They will vote when important bills are tabled and perhaps debate on issues of public interest. But this is China we are talking about. These delegates are not parliamentarians. They are the men and women who will rubber stamp Xi Jinping's decisions. This is a press release announcing the election, quote-unquote, of the party delegates, but they are hardly the focus of the story here. This press release is about Xi Jinping and how he is still at the center of everything in China. Let's zoom into the statement. Look at the second paragraph. It declares how Xi Jinping influences even the selection of the delegates. Let me quote. Under the guidance of Xi Jinping thought, the delegates were elected in accordance with the party constitution, the CPC Central Committee's requirements, adopting methods required by the CPC Central Committee. That statement speaks for itself. China's state-owned mouthpieces have gone into an overdrive. They are burnishing Xi Jinping's credentials before that big day. Look at the China Daily. It featured a quote from Xi Jinping. A warlike state, however big it may be, will eventually perish. This seems like a thinly veiled attack on the United States. The mouthpieces are also showing the softer side of the Chinese president. Here is Xi Jinping, the soccer fan.
A president, a prime minister, and a footballer. The selfie of President Xi Jinping, then British Prime Minister David Cameron, and Manchester City striker Sergio Aguero became an instant internet hit in 2015.
Beijing is also sending messages to the Communist Party delegates. The People's Daily is the official newspaper of the Communist Party. It has published an editorial. Here's what it has to say about the 20th Party Congress. Under the strong leadership of the Central Committee, with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core, the 20th Congress will be a Congress of unity, victory, and endeavor. So the Communist Party is rallying behind Xi Jinping. The party is also undertaking a cleanup before the big event. Officials are being purged. Several former senior law enforcement officials have been sent to prison. We have a list. A former Vice Minister for Public Security, a former Justice Minister, an old provincial security czar, and 3 former regional police chiefs. They all were pronounced guilty last week in quick succession. The punishment? It ranges from a 14-year jail term to suspended death sentences. That usually means life imprisonment in China. The list of convicts includes a high-profile name, Sun Lijun. He was the Vice Minister for Public Security. He has been found guilty of, quote-unquote, leading a political clique and for being disloyal to Xi Jinping. What's the punishment? Life imprisonment. The purge and the declarations of loyalty by the state mouthpieces showing how Xi Jinping still remains firmly in control of the Chinese state. The party congress next month will show the world the depth of his power again. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.